polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice? And
here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Tua. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Myers connects on the PAT. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2nd and 2. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Trey Brown. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. It really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches that came to someone something like preparation time in the field? It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, Mostert. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they didn't get the touchdown run to him earlier, but should have gone otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They'll try and run here with Mostert. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Beating the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Sticking with Walker on second down. And room there to work it inside the 25. 19 They'll try and run for it with Pettit. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And Walker once more. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Drop 50, drop 50. Come 19, come 19.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Moving 19.
Now receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Tua, the final shot before half. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grabbed the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Ready? 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats! 18, Pioneer! Buffalo 18! Mustang 19!
They snap it to Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Sanders' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go!
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. On play action, here's Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taylor Muse in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and 1. They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 177 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Again, it's Walker. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all. He's carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 74 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, and you and I both know, and he knows as well. His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, here's the option. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Running right, here's Walker. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You got to have the football back for your offense.
And some room to work. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this fourth quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back. He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Waste of time.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen in the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Again, Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
My, oh my, 237 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Smith now to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.